Beau's bowl's back.
Beau's ball's back for our first one for 2018, and we've gone for the deluxe park up today at Centennial Parklands at the Spruce Goose. I went for the maple bacon roll with chili sauce and piccolo. Yeah, the bacon and egg roll, unbelievable. 4 out of 5, good value, $6. Come in and get one. And the piccolos, they're on point. I mean, they're pouring probably a couple of hundred shots every morning for cyclists, so they know what they're doing. And yeah, what can I say? The park up's unbelievable. So this is definitely a top-rated venue. Overall, I have to give it a 4.5 out of 5 on Beau's chili scale. Come visit.
Heart out, Egan. Yeah, so it's pretty sad, isn't it? Noticeable difference between the two legs, obviously on the back of the injury. A little bit of muscle wastage as well, which was a bit sad, I thought. They had muscle to lose. So simple squatting for the next couple of weeks. And then we're going to get a bit more serious about this.
Yeah. Now, apologies first off for that horrific display of... I kind of did a little shout out late last year about the kind of vlogs you guys would like to see.
So what you guys want to see, let me know.
And one of the comments that popped up, I think has kind of had a little bit of traction here in Sydney in the last couple of days in regards to some of the crit stuff we've been doing. In a handicap race, specifically in a handicap crit race, what is the etiquette around the race? Like, you're all working together, or are you? And how does that all play out? Because everyone has an opinion on it, and not all two situations are exactly the same. So what is something different? This is a long way of me saying, don't take what I'm about to say to heart. Okay, so what am I about to say? Well, what we're going to do, we're going to break this down into 3 parts. This is a genius idea. The beginning, the middle, and the end. Because I do think they actually are different, and the way that you could ride throughout those 3 particular parts are different. So let's be revolutionary and start with the beginning. Gun goes. Look, whatever grade you're in, just start rolling turns. Roll turns straight away, doesn't matter. It's good for your group, it's good for the race, and trust me, it's good for you. Cyclists are not made for lifting. You want to think about the handicap like you would a breakaway. You don't want to be the guy, like it's not as if you form a breakaway and immediately start sitting on. Well, if you do, the breakaway is doomed. And just like that, the handicap's the same. If you immediately are sitting on, that vibe will go through the bunch pretty quickly and,
well, you're doomed. And when you're not doomed, you've got a cohesive pace line, just that, working along really well. And then something happens, and I actually think this might be the main reason for me wanting to do this entire vlog, but I think we may need some assistance for this. Katrin, can you give me a hand with something? Here are our collective cyclists, and they are forming a pace line. So there's coming up this side, and things are going along swimmingly. Enter the gatekeeper. Gatekeeper, here they are, comes up and then gets to a point near enough the front, calling these cyclists in. So now all of a sudden you only have 5 cyclists working together because our gatekeeper is sitting at the back, not rolling through, calling this rider in. Not only do we not have 5 here now, only have 5 here now, we've isolated these 2 people who were once working and want to come up and help, but they can't because the gatekeeper is in the way. Evil gatekeeper. There is no issue at this point with people sitting, and you can sit at the back, that's fine, absolutely no issues with that. But the difference between sitting at the back and sitting in the middle and causing that gatekeeping thing which stops any cohesive momentum to the group, that is a big difference. Only you knew where you were being arrested. We're at the end. All that stuff I just said, all bets are off. You do whatever the hell you have to do to get to that finish line first. But here is the joy of the handicap. When is the end? When does this stuff start happening? And the point that I made right at the beginning, that idea of you rolling turns is good for you, this is the point where that comes to fruition, because you rolling turns is good means you're at the front of the race. It's much easier for you to get involved with what's taking place at this part than it is if you've been hanging on and sitting at the back. My bike is ready. The general rule at this point is just don't be a dickhead. If it feels like you're doing a dickhead move, don't do it. Don't block people. Blocking people is dickheadedness. Probably for most people in most handicaps, this is the most irrelevant point because you're racing on a track that allows for grades to go past. But on the particular track we do a lot of stuff on, it's not that easy. It's not as cut and dry that, you know, when a grade catches you, just immediately put up the white flag. That is not what I'm saying by any stretch of the imagination. If it's the last corner, then yeah, you are in the race, do what you need to do. The point of the handicap is to try and stay away. If there's 2-3 laps to go and you're caught, just move over and the race starts again. A lot of these races are midweek, everyone's going to work the next day. Don't do something that will not let you go to work the next day. We're going to get back into some racing the next couple of days. We've got West Head coming up. I'll try and take you guys along for that. And I'm also really conscious that I've really not introduced you guys to the team. I mean, there's been bits and pieces that have gone along, but I haven't made much of an effort with that. So we're going to fix that because they don't really all look like that. No, they look like me. It's just pathetic.